What am I saying? Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, Patronosaurus Reads. I'm Katie, aka Patronosaurus, and I read. And today I have my 2020 reading goals, which is kind of crazy to say because right now it's December 1st, so I feel like 2020 is so close, but also so far. Like I have a whole month left of 2019, but I want to be thinking ahead and being proactive about what I'm doing next year. So I mostly have personal reading goals, and then I have like a little bit of channel goals as well. So let's just go ahead and talk about those. So my first goal is just my Goodreads goal, which is going to be 100 books. I, at this point in the year, have now read 156, I think, which is like bonkers. Like this is not going to happen again. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. It's not going to happen, especially next year. The plan is for me to be starting grad school. So like I'm going to be working on classes. I'm going to be actually working because all of the programs that I'm applying to have a graduate assistantship attached to it. So like you have to work as well as take your classes. So I'm going to be doing that. I don't know how much reading time I'm going to have, especially because right now so much of my reading is audiobooks. And when I'm living on a college campus or very nearby, like I'm not going to have that commuting time that I'm listening to audiobooks, which is most of what I do. Like sometimes I'll just sit down and listen to it, but for the most part it's like while I'm driving. So next year is going to be just a lot different, and I don't want to set like too crazy of a goal. Like a couple of years ago I would have said 100 books in 1 year is nuts, but then that's when I started getting into BookTube and when I started realizing like my reading pace is pretty fast. So I think 100 books is safe for me. Like it may be less of a challenge than I think it is, or maybe it'll be more of a challenge. I don't really know, but I like meeting my Goodreads goal, so I'm okay with setting it much lower than what I've hit this year because I know life is going to be different and I don't want to like stress myself out about it, even though I'm never really stressed about it because it's like you can change your Goodreads goal at literally any time. So it ain't that deep, but that's my goal. Another goal that I have is to branch out into different genres, specifically horror. Like I've been feeling like the last 2, 3, 4 months that I really want to read horror, but I'm also like really scared of it because I'm a baby. I'm a big old baby. But like it sounds so interesting and there's so many people that really love horror and have such great recommendations, and I feel like I really would like it as long as I pace myself and I like don't go crazy with it. So I kind of want to dip my toe in the water next year, like maybe not become like a horror reader. Like there are some people that's like one of their main genres. I don't think that'll ever be me, but I do want to try. So that is a goal for next year. Another goal that I have is one that I kind of stole from Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. So I was rewatching some people's 2019 goals from last year to kind of think about like what kind of goals do people make. Like I have not done this before. I've only been on BookTube for like 6 months. So one of her goals last year was to read 15 minutes every day and 30 minutes on the weekend. And I thought that was a really good idea. So I'm also going to try to do that. And part of that is to challenge myself to read 15 minutes physically. So if I'm driving to work and my commute is half an hour, which is what it is right now, like my audiobook doesn't count. I've been neglecting my physical TBR like really bad. Like I've been posting all these hauls and not reading those books and not reading the books that I already had, which is kind of what my next goal is to get my physical TBR down to 35 books. So right now it is 61. That's a lot. I need to be reading more than I bring in. So like I don't make a ton of money. So I need to stop spending money so I can like have that money for things that I actually need, like food. Don't worry, I'm not like irresponsibly spending my money or anything. Like I do have food and I'm fine. And I can like pay my rent and everything, but I don't want to be going crazy buying books with all the books that I already have. And I've really been neglecting my physical TBR because I have Scribd, I have Kindle Unlimited, I have Audible, I use my library. Like I have all these online services which are awesome. Like I love them. I love that they're available to me, but that means that I am not prioritizing the books that I actually have paid real human dollars for. And I can't keep doing that. Like, these books have value. Like, the fact that I exchanged money for these goods means that I should be prioritizing them. So I'm really going to try to do that next year. The plan is to cut my TBR almost in half, so down to 35. I think I said that. So that should be doable, but I need to get a handle on my book buying habits, because right now they are a little crazy. It doesn't feel like too much, like, oh, 3 books here, 4 books there, like blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's really gonna start adding up, and I'm not excited about that. And then I have a few books that I really want to get to before the end of next year. I didn't feel like pulling them off my shelf, so I'm just gonna say them, and the cover will be here. So I really want to read Lair of Dreams. Actually, that is just right here. Hello, Lair of Dreams. I've been saying that, like, since I started BookTube. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna read Lair of Dreams. Everybody loves the Diviners, blah, 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 and I just haven't done it. And I think it's because it's so big, and because I DNF'd it before, not because I didn't like it, but just because life got away from me. Like, I basically put it down and didn't pick it back up. And I don't want to do that because I love this series. Like, I loved the Diviners. I want to keep going with the series, and I know the next book is coming out in like January or February, and it's the last book of the series, and everyone is freaking out about it, and I want to be caught up. I want to be in the hype. I don't know that I'll be caught up with the series by the time the last book comes out, but I want to really make it a priority to get this book read, at least. Then I also want to read Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I've just heard so many great things about this book. It's like, I don't totally know what it's about. It's like a mystery, like Illuminae-esque, like files and snippets and interviews and stuff like that. So it's kind of this mixed media format, which I'm really excited about because I love that in a book. But I just haven't picked it up. I think because it's like chunky. Like, it doesn't look that big, but then you hold it and oh my God, is it a hefty book. Like, it doesn't play. So like, just the actual physicality of that book kind of scares me a little bit, but I really, really, really want to have it read next year. And then the next book I want to read next year is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I read Six of Crows very recently. I plan on reading Crooked Kingdom pretty soon, so I have no worries about reading Crooked Kingdom, but I think I might be a little bit Grisha'd out for a little while, but I do want to make sure that I am fairly caught up on the series. Cause I don't know when the next book in that duology is, but I think it's a duology. Is that right? I don't know books. I think the next book, if it's not coming out next year, then it will probably be coming out early the year after, I would think. So I want to be ready for that because I own all of these Grisha books. Like, I need to be reading them. I also want to read The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. Is that one you can see? I feel like probably not. It's up here. I love The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I have 3 copies because I have 2 physical copies. I have the regular one and the Owl Crate one, and then I have the audiobook, so that's 3. And I want to keep going with the series, especially because, like, I think just last week, the little novella came out, and then Mackenzie Lee announced that Monty and Felicity's brother is going to get his own book. So I want to stay in this world with these characters, and I mean, it's historical fiction, which I don't normally read, but I really love these ones, so I want to keep reading them. And the last book that I want to make sure that I read by the end of 2020 is Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. I love Laini Taylor. Like, I'm a Laini Taylor stan, but her books are big and they're scary, and they are sometimes hard to get through because the writing is so lyrical. You can kind of get lost in it. And like, I just have taken a little bit of a break. That was the intention. It was to be a little bit of a break between book 2 and book 3. And now it's been definitely over a year, because I think I read the last book when I was student teaching like a year and a half ago. So I really want to finish this series. I might reread the first 2 and kind of get myself back into the world that I've forgotten a lot from book 2. And so I might just like marathon them and finish the series and then be done and be happy. And my last 2 goals are more channel goals. I'm not going to set myself a subscriber goal. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, people who do it, like, good for you. But I have absolutely no control over that. Like, I can advertise my videos until I'm blue in the face and tweet them and post on Goodreads and Instagram, and I can do all these things. But if people don't want to subscribe, they're not going to subscribe. So I'm not going to bother doing that. That just, I feel like that'll stress me out to like set this goal for myself that I cannot reach. That's like something that somebody else is going to do. I want more subscribers. I think that would be great to have more people watching my videos and commenting and like having a good time. Sounds great. But I do have like 2 channel related goals, like video related goals. The first of which is to do secret TBR videos. I have 2 ideas already, so that's what I want to do. I want to do at least those 2 before the end of next year. Obviously, I'm not going to say what they are because they're secret, but like I have these ideas and they just sound fun. And I think I mentioned in my Buzzworthon vlog that vlogging is a little bit more uncomfortable for me because I want it to be authentic, but that also means I'm like, no makeup, bare face. Like you guys see me looking a hot mess and acting like a hot mess, but that's also real. And that is what I want to show on my channel. Like I'm not gonna put on 10 pounds of makeup like I'm wearing for my normal filming day just for like a 30-second clip in a vlog. Like I'm not doing that. So doing these secret TBRs is generally very vlog heavy. So I'm nervous about doing them and putting myself out there like that. But I'm also excited because I like the ideas that I have and I think it's going to be really fun. And I think it'll be an interesting reading experience as I'm doing those. But it might also be a little bit scary posting them. So my other channel goal is kind of along those same lines, is I want to vlog any readathons that I do. I'm not really going to set my goal for how many readathons because I know that life can get crazy and I don't want to like tell myself that I'm going to do a readathon every month, which would be crazy for me and my reading habits and like how much of a mood reader I am. Like not gonna happen. Absolutely not. But like whichever ones I do, I really want to vlog that experience and like have that be kind of that community vibe. I don't know what I'm saying. Particularly the reading rush, because that was like one of my first videos was like my reading rush TBR like this past year. And I didn't touch any of those books and I didn't do the reading rush at all. And I think that's such like a uniting force, not just on BookTube, but the entire bookish internet. Like, I mean, it was BookTubeathon and now it's everything and everyone. And it's probably the biggest readathon on the bookish internet. And I really want to actually be a part of it and do those reading sprints, like vlog by experience, have a good time. I think it'll be really fun to do that and also get me involved with the community and help me make some more friends. So particularly the reading rush, I want to vlog and put myself out there, but also any readathons I do. So that's it. That's the goals. Next year's video will probably be me reflecting on these goals and seeing how I did, and then also setting my new goals for 2021, which is not a real year, I don't think. Time is moving so fast. Anyway, let me know what some of your reading goals are. I would love to know, especially if you want to like partner up and buddy read any of my books, that like my specific books that I want to read. Please let me know. I think having someone to keep me accountable for reading these books will be very helpful. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. That's what YouTubers say. I'll see you guys next time.